Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is series 32 of Friday First Cut Show. I am Pooja Shukla, tax consultant at Fintu. So today we are going to talk about NRI taxation. In this video we will cover few points. How to calculate your residential status, what are the latest changes in NRI status, scope of taxation, and few examples income earned in India, whether it is a taxable or not. So let's start. First we will talk about the basic conditions of residential status. So the first condition is the person who stays in India for 182 days or more during the financial year, and the second condition is the person stays in India for at least 365 days during the 4 preceding the years and at least 60 days in the year. For the second condition, the few exceptions cases are there. The first one is the member of the crew of ship, and the second one is the person who stays outside in India for the employment purpose. In both the conditions, if you have satisfied one of the condition, you will be treated as a resident of India. If you have not satisfied the condition, you will be the non-resident of India. So now, if you are a resident of India, you need to satisfy the additional conditions. So the first condition is an individual who has been a non-resident in India in 9 out of 10 previous financial years preceding that year. And the second condition is has during the 7 previous years preceding that year been in India for a period of or periods amounting in all to 729 days or less. In additional condition, if you are satisfied one of the condition, then you will be treated as a RNOR, that is resident but not ordinarily resident. So now we will talk about what are the latest amendments in basic condition. The person who stays in India for 120 days and the Indian income is above 15 lakh during the financial year, he will be treated as a resident of India. So now let's talk about our third point, that is scope of taxation. In this point we will cover which income is taxable for you. There are 3 measures of residential status. The first one is resident of India, the second one is resident but not ordinarily resident, the third one is non-resident of India. So the first one is income which is accrues or arises in India. It is taxable for all the residential status. The second one is income which is deemed to be accrued or arises in India. It is also taxable for all the residential status. The third one is income which is received in India. It is also taxable for all the residential status. The fourth one is income which is deemed to be received in India. It is taxable for all the residential status. The fifth point is income accruing outside India from a business controlled from India or from profession set up in India. So it is taxable for residents of India and RNOR, and it is tax free for non-resident of India. The sixth point is income other than this which has no relation with India. It is taxable for resident of India and it is a tax free for RNOR and non-resident of India. So now let's talk about the few examples of income earned in India which is taxable for NRIs. So the first one is salary received in India. Second one is salary for service provided in India. The third one is income from Indian house property. The fourth one is capital gains on transfer of Indian asset. The fifth one is income from fixed deposit. The sixth one is income received from saving bank interest. In that, if you have received the interest income in your NRE or FCNR account, it is a tax free. But if you have received your income in NRO account, it is a 100% taxable. Hope I have cleared all the points related to NRI taxation. For more such videos, do share, like and subscribe our channel.